Now it's been a good 6 months since either my colleague or I went to take the PTE test. We used to take it once a month just to stay up to date on whether or not things are being changed in the PTE. But it's been about 6 months, and you know why we haven't been taking the exam. But I felt like it's time to go back. And we went back about 2 weeks ago. We went back, and we did not try anything new. We tried the same thing we did 6 months ago, and this was the result that we got 6 months ago. And we took the exact same technique and we applied it on this most recent exam, and this is what we got. Damn, what is that? Do you see the difference? Does that mean something has changed? Well, that's what we are here to find out, because honestly, when we're thinking about change, we're just more concerned about the templates, right? Because a lot of us are using templates. We want to know if that's still acceptable. Now, as far as the other modules and tasks, what kind of changes can they really make besides putting in new questions? What, are they going to make the scoring even harder? No. So we're trying to find out whether or not templates are still working. But before we get into that, if you're new here, my name is Sonny and this is Sonny English. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, because this is where you're going to find real tips and tricks on how to pass that PTE exam. So y'all ready to see what's really going on? Let's get into this. Alright, so let me put that score back up on the screen. Now, the first thing I want to point out is the date, September 15th. So it was about 2 weeks ago, right? And this was taken in Parramatta. All the test scores I'm going to be talking about today were taken in Parramatta. The same person took the exam, same techniques, and same location. That's research, right? We're doing scientific research here. Ha! So now, if you notice, let's point out the good news. 90 written discourse. Written discourse only comes from the essay. So what does that mean? We got 90. Did my colleague apply a template? Hell yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of students want to use templates for their writing. So of course we are going to test what we teach, and we used a template. 90 in written discourse. Does that mean templates still work? Yes. However, let's turn it around and look at the grammar. She got 61 in the grammar. Now on the previous attempt, she got 90 in the grammar. It was the exact same technique. So what happened here? Well, first assumption would be whatever the hell we were doing before is not working anymore, right? And if it's not the essay, then it is the summaries. Now, in the summary writing, some of you are using templates, some of you are using some technique where you're not gathering all of the content. So no matter what, content is probably not part of your writing. So that's important to know. Is PTE focusing more on the summary writing now? Now, with the essay maxed out, that doesn't really matter that much, because the essay doesn't give you that many points. And the summary didn't get all of the points, as you can see. And is that the only thing that affected the writing score? No, it wasn't, because you can't get 79 for the writing just from writing. You can get a lot of the writing points from reading and listening. And for some strange reason, the reading and listening dropped this time. Now, could it be because she missed a lot of questions? Possibly, yeah, you could say that, possibly. But my colleague is not just a random person off the street that speaks English. No. She's got a master's degree in TESOL, meaning she's trained to be an English teacher, English as a second language. She has been working as a teacher for the New South Wales public schools for the past 10 years, and she's worked with me on teaching PTE for the past 2 years. So this is not a random person that just taken the PTE. So for me to think that she actually missed these questions, that many questions, nah, I don't think so. And don't get me started on the speaking. What the hell is going on with that speaking score? Again, previously she got 90 in everything. But this time around, that speaking score is like she doesn't even speak English, right? Could it be that PTE made a lot of changes? Well, that's the first thing that came to my mind. I'm pretty sure that's the same thing that's going through your mind, right? But at the same time, I got students sending me their scores. They took the test in other locations, other countries, they're getting their scores. Over 79, over 65, using the same technique that we applied here, using the same technique that we taught in class. So what is going on? The first thing that came to my mind was just, let's run that back. Same location, same person, same techniques, and see what we get this time. So we booked another one right away, and we went back, took it, and here's the score. Now, As you can see from the date, September 25th, 10 days later, all right, same location, Parramatta. We applied the same techniques. Well, she did. She took the exam, she applied the exact same techniques. And this time around, scores went back up, right? Except for that speaking. There's something wrong with that speaking. I'll talk about that at the end, all right? Because I'm not really too concerned about the speaking, but you definitely want to hear what I got to say, right? Because you're confused. But let's talk about everything else, especially the writing, because a lot of people have trouble with writing and they want to know if we can still use templates. What do we see for the essay writing? Well, as far as the written discourse goes, we still got 89, right? Same thing, 90, 89, same thing. We applied templates. So based on both of these scores within 10 days, nothing's changed with the written discourse. The essay templates work fine. But essay is not that important, so we actually care more about the summary writing. Is it more focused on content these days? Has it changed? Well, we applied the exact same technique, and you see the grammar went back up to 80, right? And that would be enough for you to get a high score. But I already knew that it would go back up, and the reason is because between these 10 days from the 15th to the 25th, that's when we took the exam, right? I had several people, my students, send me their scores. And some of them passed, some of them did not. But majority of them consistently had high grammar, even higher than 80, 87, 89, 90. So I was assuming that the techniques still worked and that something went wrong, drastically wrong with this September 15th exam. And I don't know what it could be. I'm not going to give you any conspiracy theories about how PTE is trying to scam us or anything like that. But it wasn't just the grammar that went up. It was the writing as a whole. The writing score went up over 79. But I told you, it more depends on the reading and listening. And this time around, she got 84 reading, 84 listening, with the 88 in the writing. Now, the reading and listening, nothing's changed. She did it the same way. But as I said last time, I don't know what happened. It was a much lower score. Now, keep in mind with that 84 and 84 in the reading and listening, it should be higher. The speaking probably pulled it down as well. So the reading and listening should have been higher than 84. But we'll take that. We just know that it doesn't seem like it has changed. Now, I don't know if there's glitches in the system or what. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about conspiracy theories. We'll talk about consistency. So based on the volume, the number of students that have taken the exam, and 2 of the scores were from us, it shows that the technique for summary writing, or all of the writing in general, it is working. The only thing that is not consistent right now is that speaking score. Now, it's not like she's never taken an exam before and this is the first time. No, she has consistently gotten high speaking before, 80s and 90. So this time around, the past 2 exams, she got 50 something and 60 something. What is going on? Now, the first thing we can assume is that maybe the templates don't work anymore, because a lot of people depend on templates for the describe image and the retell lecture. And yes, she did apply templates. We apply everything that we teach in class. I was planning on booking another exam and maybe asking her not to use templates. However, between the time of when she took the exam, 15th to 25th, before the 15th, people have given me scores. Between 15th and 25th, people have given me scores. And after the 25th, people have been giving me scores. And using the exact same technique that we have applied in class, they have been able to get over 79 or even 90. And again, based on what I have seen, it doesn't seem like it is the templates. Even though we have not been able to get the high score in speaking, other people that have been applying the same techniques have. So I'm not sure exactly why the score is low, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you have experienced this as well. You have high speaking and all of a sudden it drops. So there's something else besides your speaking. Again, the only logical thing would be just to go back and test it again. However, I'm gonna wait, because I have seen other scores for my students that they're getting their scores. I want to wait a couple more. I want to get a few more scores back to evaluate, and then probably in the first week of October, we're going to go back and do it again. And you know I'm going to update you with that, right? But the only thing that I ask from you in return is hit that like button and give me that subscribe if you haven't done so, all right? As a general overview of what we talked about, right? We compared the scores from March this year and in September, twice in September. It doesn't seem like anything has changed regarding the essay. The essay is working fine. Now, the summary writing didn't come back good on one of them, right? But consistently overall, based on the scores that we have seen, it doesn't seem like it has changed much. We can still use the same techniques as before. Now, reading and listening, they're not going to change the scoring on that. How can they? Because it's just right or it's just wrong. there's really not much to change there. So our main concern is always down to whether or not we can apply templates. And then if we are, we take the time that we save from using templates and we take that time to improve our reading and listening. Now, speaking again, to summarize, I don't think anything has changed. My students are getting their scores. We're not getting the score, but that's something else we're gonna test along the way. I don't think you guys should be very concerned, but the first week of October, we're gonna test it again, and I'll definitely update you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope the information was helpful. If you thought it was, please check out my other tutorials. Once again, my name is Sonny, and this is Sonny English. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and give me that like, because you know I will always give you the latest tips and update you on this PTE thing. All right, so I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.